What's up, YouTube? As you can see, I'm on DC Universe Online. One of my favorite games. Okay, so guys, what we're gonna do, put you right here, still. We're gonna do some basic tutorials. Like, not how-tos, but like, setups. Basically, setups. So, what people ask me is, what is the best type for control? Straight up control, no DPS, just control. So we're gonna go to traits. We're gonna look here. We're gonna go to your loadouts. You're gonna go to your control. Well, I'm gonna show you what to do. You would wanna firstly put taser pull. You can find taser pull in your powers and traps. Taser pull is basically a control roll and a damage roll. So the control is restores power to your group members over time. Power interactions, it electrifies enemies, making them vulnerable to electrified power interactions. Really good. It basically throws a taser line around your target to stun and drag them toward you. Personally, I like that. So what you would want to do is, since you only have 15 precious power points, you would want to unlock taser pull, unlock defib, unlock fear gas, unlock gauze grenade, unlock narrow neutralizer, and unlock Cyro Field, and you would unlock Cyro Foam. Now, your next thing you would want to go to is your tricks. Personally, all these tricks here you would need, but except for Distract. Distract, you have to get it just to get your Stasis Field. Personally, I really did not want to waste it, so I just had to. So you would want to use this Sticky Bomb. You want to get Sticky Bomb. Sticky Bomb is personally my favorite. One of my favorites, actually. I shouldn't say my favorite, but it's really good. Deploys a device that sticks to your enemies and detonates. The control roll of that is restores power to your group over time, which is really good since you're a controller and you have to lend out power. You would also need Intimidation. Now, Intimidation is also another great favorite of mine. Intimidation, basically, it goes, and what it's doing is it's making all your moves stronger. It is increasing your damage by 35% until your hit counter resets. Personally, I really like that. Now, what you would want to do is go to Iconic Powers. Not that much Bolt here. Since you only have 4 left, what you would want to do is get Intimidating Gaze, Miracle Worker, Empathic Health, and Wisdom of Soul. I bet you guys are wondering why I said Miracle Worker. For your healing amount, restored by critical healing, you would actually need that. For a controller, it's surprising, but you would. Empathic Healing is honestly a good iconic power. The better odds of creating critical health restoration effects and healing more damage. So basically, if you're getting your 2 healing chances up about a 13%, chances are you're going to get it when you're doing it. This one. Wisdom of Soul, staple. This is like a staple to freaking. This is a staple to controls. It's boosting your power pool and power restoration effects. You currently gain 50 vitalization and 100 power. For controllers, vitalization is the biggest thing you need, because that is how you heal, and that is how you basically lend out aura to your teammates. Intimidating Gods. Okay. This increases the damage taken by enemies before they can break your control effects. 25 dominance. So like when you're healing and all that, sometimes your control effects get broken, it don't work, things like that. So that is basically your powers and tricks and iconic power that you need, your 15 precious power points. We're gonna go back to loadouts now. We're gonna go to control. So you can put however comfortably you decide how you choose. But personally, comfortably, I have Taser Pull as one. First thing, staple. Taser Pull is a staple. Gauze Grenade, it's not a staple, but it's a debuff, which most controllers need to do also. Debuff and lend out energy when you're just a controller. It zaps out a high-end sensitive electrical burst, which is really good. Stasis Field. This is a debuff effect. And it's also increasing all damage by 45% so the hit counter resets, so those 5 seconds are really good. And Sticky Bomb, it's a debuff and a damage roll, and it's not a debuff, well, it's a control roll. You basically, all your teammates are also gaining power to your group members over time. just like Taser Pull. Defib, staple, and all controls, no matter what, you have to put this in. This is basically when you're lending out your power, which all controllers need. So it's restoring power to the three most fatigued group members, increases your might and precision for a short time. And now, Intimidation. Hands down, one of my favorites, as I said before. This isn't a staple, but it's personally a great thing for controllers. What this does, it's all your damage. So it's a debuff, and it has a great damage roll. It empowers your attacks to cause additional damage and force enemies to cower in fear. So if they're cowering in fear, you're debuffing them, and if you want to debuff them even more, Gauss Grenade. And then it's basically attack, defib, give power out, intimidation, more damage to them. Those are my setups for control. Next, we would want to go to damage. Wow. Damage is, the way I have it comfortably set up, is Sticky Bomb first. We all know what that does. Intimidation. Narrow Neutralizer. Narrow Neutralizer, you actually have to be really close to cause a heavy damage since you're a control DPS, you need that damage ability. So keep that in mind with Narrow Neutralizer. If you're so far away, it won't only do so much damage. Gauss Grenade, the one that zaps out high and intensity electrical burst, and Cyro Field. Cyro Field is actually a personal favorite to me. It's actually Cryo Field, not Cyro. My fault. Cryo Field. It absorbs thermal energy to produce a freezing aura, and it power interactions, and basically it's just a great damage roll. It's really good to me. Now, your weapons. Had a lot of conversation about this one. People ask me, oh, if I want to do control DPS, best weapons. If I want to do straight up control, best weapons. So I'm going to tell you this much. Let's go up here for a little bit. Get up there. As you see, I'm acrobatics. So I'm the only one up here. This is me, XX Death Threat. PS3, if you guys want information or raids, you want to do anything, I'm here. I'm working on my combat rating, so right now I kind of got resetted, so it's 50. Plan on doing a raid soon. So let me tell you guys the best weapon hands down for controllers. What you would want to use is, one weapon is the pistols. Boom, pistols. Definitely. You need to have pistols because with controllers, you do not want to be up close in the fight unless you have a healer on you. Because controllers, what you're trying to do is your main goal is to give out power. You don't need to be in the fight, blah blah blah. If you want to, you can use that as DPS. So I'm gonna tell you the best weapons for control. Best weapons would be I'm gonna tell you the best weapons first, and I'm gonna tell you the main weapon you would really want for your vitalization. Skills, weapons. A bow is good. A bow you could use for your vitalization. You permanently gain vitalization, but when you do this, or you want to go straight down here, you always want to look for here to boost the vitalization stuff. So the bow is good for far range, but not so much vitalization wise. Rolling, no. Dual wields. Dual wields are not as good, but what you would do, you wouldn't even want to think about this one. Now here's the top right here. You would use a hand blaster. Hand blasters go far range. They do significant amount of damage that you need. And you're just in there. Like, you're doing the damage that you need and that you want. That's all you're really worried about. Two-handeds. Listen when I tell you this. One of the best. One of the best for controllers. Why? Vitalization-wise. But see what you do. See, you want to look through all of them that have vitalization, and you see where it says innate. You want to go, and you want to fill that 3 times. That boosts your vitalization and your stats. Shield, you want to think about. Rifles, you definitely want to think about. Rifles are great. You just want to lock all of them straight down until you get to right here. When you unlock that, you unlock all this. And your main goal here is to go here and boost your vitalization 3 times. That's how you get your weapon stronger and also your stats. One-handeds, perfect. Straight down to right here, and you boost these up. Now, I wouldn't recommend one-handeds, considering the fact that they go in close range. So personally, I stick to my weapon, and I'll tell you what that is in a little bit. Martial arts, you wouldn't want to think about. Hand blasters, as I said already. Dual wields are okay. Brawlings are good, and that's the bow. It's okay. All those I just said are alright, but the only ones I would not recommend using is brawling, dual wield.
You said brawling's okay.
You wouldn't want to use martial arts or the rifle. Well, you would use the rifle, but not the shield or the staff. Everything else is fine. Personally, now my top tier would be the dual pistols. The dual pistols are so good. It's just a great significance. One, you're staying far ranged. You're getting that aura you need to heal, and you're doing a lot of damage. You would want to go after you unlock everything with the dual pistols. You would want to go here, boost up your vitalization only. Don't focus on these and whatever else you want to do. So those are basically the main things to do. Pistols. And yeah, so I just want to show you that. And any else you guys need tutorials, anything, come message me, death threat. I'll go and I'll add you guys, make some space. You guys need help, just message me in DC. I have a league, free agents. It's not my league. I'll talk to the leader if any of you guys want to join. Shout out to free agents.